Hi guys, this is your host and host Shahzad Darsi. We will discuss about today in this video we will discuss about Google 200 SEO ranking factor. Why it is important? Because it's very important, guys. Because if you want to rank high in Google, then you should definitely know about the 200 ranking factors that Google has listed. And this guy here, as you can see, I'm in Google web browser and I have typed in SEO 200 factors or ranking factors. This is same query. So by default this two pages from backlinko, and they have listed their what you call 200, in fact more than 200 plus ranking factor that they consider as the ranking factor. And every factor is interlinked, so if you utilize and rectify and make your what you call and if you rectify all your SEO errors, and if you command on these 200 ranking factors, then you are born to rank in high in Google. So let's check out what they have listed on the ranking factors that we need to consider. See, I am on this website backlinko.com, and I will be guiding you about the factors that they have listed in their website. Google's 200 ranking factor, the complete list 2021, and you can definitely trust this guy backlinko. So I am taking this reference from his blog, and I will be going through every point that they have listed. So let's dive in. So see guys, they have segregated into 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 different sections. First is domain factor, then is page level factor, then is site level factors, backlink factors, user interaction factors, spatial Google algorithm rules, brand signals, on-site web spam factors, and off-site web factors. So let's see what are the today I will be going on this domain factors, because I can't cover every factors in a single video, otherwise the video will be very lengthy. So I am covering only the domain factor in this video, and in the upcoming videos I will be covering all the other factors. Okay, so rest assured I will be covering all the other factors in the upcoming video. So let's see what are the domain factors. See guys, straight up the bat this is domain age as the first point they have listed. Domain age, in this video Google Matcuts state that the difference between a domain that 6 month old versus 1 year old is really not that big at all. So domain age is one of the factor, and in other words they do use domain age, but it's not that important. They said that domain age is not that important, but they have only differentiated between 1 year and 6 months. But if they differentiate between 6 months to 6 years, then definitely this is a factor, ranking factor, because consider some domain as a 6 month old and consider some domain as a 6 year old. Definitely this is one factor, but you should have content, you should have ongoing traffic on your domain, on your website, because what's the use you have your domain but be it 6 year old, but they don't have what you call content in it, but it's just a stale domain, nothing content, no. Sorry guys for the background noise, please avoid the background noise. It's not in my control, because we are in the roadside, so sometimes it happens, and I'm shooting in the daytime, so it happens. So forgive me for that. So as I was saying, domain age. So if your domain is old and if they have content, then you should definitely rank high in Google. And if your domain is old then and not have enough content, then someone who is having 1 year old domain, and if they have enough content, then they can definitely outrank the 6 year old website if they don't have enough content. I hope you are clear with this number one point. Keyword appears in top level domain. Keyword appears in the top level domains. I hope you are clear with this, because as the statement suggests, keyword appears in the top level domain means some domains, suppose you are planning to book digital marketing service. Suppose similarly you should have keyword appears in the top level domains. Similarly, if you are planning to say digital marketing agency, or you are planning to start your digital marketing, what you call startup, anything, be it anything, I'm taking example of digital marketing, then the keyword must appear in the top level domain. See what they have listed. Having a keyword in your domain name doesn't give you the SEO boost that it used to, but it still act as a relevancy signal. See guys, they have said that they doesn't give you SEO boost, but they definitely has a relevancy signal. So if you're trying to explain about digital marketing, be it anything in digital marketing, then if you have domain similar to digital marketing, or what you call LSI of digital marketing, something similar, then you can definitely have a relevancy signal and you can want to rank high. Sorry guys, again this is just bothering me. I am so sorry because of this outsider noise. It's not in my control guys, sorry for that again guys, please bear with me. Keyword as first word in domain. See, third point is keyword as first word in domain. A domain that starts with the target keyword has a edge over site that either don't have the keyword in their domain or have the keyword in the middle or end of their domain. See guys, I will type in front of you one thing. This is what you call as this is SEO. I will type, will pop, what will pop out. I have to see. uh, no, I will type SEO and see what pops out in front of you. SEO. As I typed in SEO, Moz is the number one. Its authority, because of its authority. Second, again in Moz, search engine land is another, and what you call Neil Patel, and what I want to show you guys, it's not here. Guys, all the what you is this guys, consider this SEO company means I have typed in, you see the magic guys, I have typed in SEO and Google has suggested me this website SEO straight off the bat, SEO.com. So if you have this this in your domain, that you want suppose your company is about digital marketing, then if you have similar to digital marketing, similar means digital marketing in your domain, not exact match, but you have means some prefix around digital marketing, then you can definitely rank high, considering that you also have enough content, valuable content in your blog. So that's it here. Where this is keyword as first word in domain, that is what I was showing here. Keyword as I have typed in SEO, see, and it's suggested me SEO in the 10th position. So that is what I was pointing in this video, keyword as first word in domain. That's definitely a ranking factor. And let's move ahead and see the domain registration length. See guys, what's domain registration length is. Domain registration length is Google patent states a valuable legitimate domain are often paid for several years in advance, while doorway illegitimate domain rarely are used for more than a year. Therefore, the date when a domain expires in the future can be used as a factor in predicting the legitimacy of a domain. Means, suppose you want to start your career in digital marketing and you have figured out that you have got digital marketing uh, digital marketing uh, what digital marketing rocks, means digital marketing hack or mm, digital marketing tips. Suppose you have got this domain, digital marketing tips, which is very rare. You can find in any domain registrar like GoDaddy. You have figured out, you are lucky and got digital marketing tips, and you have booked this domain for only 1 year or 2 year, then this will not considered as a serious business in the eyes of Google, because they consider any domain to be booked at least for 5 to 7 years if you are serious about growing your business. So they can easily figure out, means this Google can easily figure out that if you purchase or book your domain for at least 5 to 7 years, minimum 5 years, they have listed 7 years, for several years. 5 to 7 years means minimum 5 years. If you have purchased, when you register your domain, you book your domain for 7 years or 5 years, then they will consider that you are a serious business and you are very serious about growing your startup or growing your business. So they will value you, and that is why they are explaining here domain registration length. So Google patent states, this is Google patent that states this. They have quoted Google here. Okay, if you book your domain for several years, minimum 5 years, then Google will give weightage and they will rank you high, and it is considered as good ranking factor in the eyes of Google. I hope this is clear. Fourth point is clear. Let's move into the fifth point, keyword in subdomain. Guys, keyword in subdomains, what this means, Moz expert panel agrees that a keyword appearing in the subdomain can boost ranking. What subdomain means? Subdomain means, suppose uh, Moz expert panel agrees that a keyword appearing in the subdomain. Subdomain is, guys, suppose I've got I'm taking this example again and again. Suppose I want to book a domain called digital market, and if I have means subdomain like learn.digitalmarket.com, okay, or learn.digitalmarketing.com, I have booked a domain. Suppose I'm lucky and I have booked domain called digital marketing, and if it appears in the means what is subdomain, learn.digitalmarketing.com, or what you call what you call learn.digitalmarketing.com, or academy.digitalmarketing.com, or course.digitalmarketing.com, or likewise, guys, means before your domain something comes like learn.digitalmarketing.com is the subdomain. So that is, they are listing here keyword in subdomain. Moz expert panel agrees that a keyword appearing in the subdomain can boost ranking. So they are saying that if you have subdomain in your domain, then it can improve in boosting your Google ranking. So I hope this point is clear. Sixth point is, guys, domain history. Domain history is something aside with volatility, ownership, or several drops may tell Google reset the site history, negotiating links pointing to the domain, or in certain cases a penalized domain may carry out a penalty over the newer owner. Domain history is, guys, suppose if you have booked a domain uh, with several drops means you have booked and spammed that domain, means not what you call site with a volatile ownership or several drops may tell Google to reset the site of history. Negotiating the link point to that point means if you have booked a domain and the domain has a history of certain drop. Means you have booked a domain and after 6 months you have dropped. Again you have booked a domain and after 1 year or 2 year you have dropped that domain. Means some domain that you are not sure of, means you are not sure that whether this domain will work for me, so you have booked a domain for 1 year and you have dropped it, considering that oh, this domain might not work, and again you have figured out that oh, this domain is good, and again you have what you call got that domain, about that domain. Then the person, suppose you have finally decided that you are not going to continue with their domain and you have just stopped renewing that domain, then the new person who will, new buyer who will renew that domain or buy that domain, domain from any registrar or any marketplace like expireddomain.net or anywhere, then they will have serious penalty issues, and that penalty will hamper the new domain, new business owner, and they will not be benefited despite being the what you call age domain. Okay, I hope you are clear with this point. Exact match domain is as simple as that, digitalmarketing.com. This is exact match domain. See what they have listed here. Exact match domain may still give you the slight edge, but if your exact match domain happens to be a low quality site, it's vulnerable to EMD updates. Means suppose I am having digitalmarketing.com and it's not about digital marketing, it's about some random thing, then it may it may means negatively impact your ranking, or it may negatively hamper your what you call ranking factors. So if you have exact match domain, it's very good, but you should also consider adding valuable content. If you are having digital marketing, then you should be posting relevant content related to digital marketing only, and not anything other than digital marketing. So I hope exact match domain is clear uh, to you now. So now see, the 8th point is public versus private who is. Public versus private who is. See, private who is information may be a sign of something to hide. Google Metcalf is quoted as stating, when I checked the who is name on them, they all had who is privacy protection service on them. That's relatively unusual. Having who is privacy turned on isn't automatically bad, but once you get several of these factors all together, you're often talking about a very different type of webmaster than the fellow who just had a single site or so. Means suppose if you are having multiple domains, and in multiple domain some of your, let's read it again guys, so so that it's clear to you. Public versus private who is. Private who is information may be sign of something to hide. Okay, means I don't want to show my domain, means suppose I am the owner of this domain, digital market, and I want to hide my privacy. How I can do that? I can get the when I book a domain, I can get a who is. They charge GoDaddy charge some amount for who is privacy protection, and if you want to not show your details, means not show your name, email, phone number publicly, then you can get the who is privacy from any domain registrar where you are booking your domain, and you can hide that who is privacy privacy, and so that publicly general public can't see who is the owner of this what you call website. And public is something like that you have got digital marketing and you don't want to hide that information. Means it's open to public, that when they do the who is search and with the domain name, they will be shown the data that this guy suppose in this case, suppose I'm the owner of digital marketing, then they will show that this guy Sajad Arsi is the owner of digital marketing. They will list my email, they will list my phone number along with the address. So that's about the who is. And what Matt Kurtz has listed is, when I check the who is on them, they all had who is privacy protection service on them. That's relatively unusual. Having who is privacy turned on isn't automatically bad, but once you get several of these factors all together, you are often talking about a very different type of webmaster that the fellow uh, who just had a single site or so. Means if you are having uh, one domain, and one domain you are hiding, and on the rest of the domain you are living as it is, uh, so that's not a good practice in the eyes of Metcars, I guess. So let's move to the next point, and next point is penalized who is honor. Ninth point is, I told you guys, this is interlinked with this. This is interlinked. Public versus private who is interlinked with this. Penalized who is honor. If Google identifies a particular person as a spammer, it makes sense that they would uh, scrutinize other site owned by the person. Okay, if Google identifies a particular person as a spammer, it makes sense. It makes sense that would scrutinize other site owned by the owner. So, if you are having several domains, and Google identifies that you are a spammer, then it will hamper your other site also. So that is that they have listed here. If Google identifies a particular person, if you are having suppose 10 domains, and if you are a spammer, means you are not doing good link building practice, then also you are, means if you are doing black hat method in SEO, means that is no factor, no from Google. And if you are practicing what do you call black hat link building technique, then you will be considered as a spammer. And if you have suppose 10 sites, and in 10 sites you have what you call Google developer, it makes sense that they would recognize that site. Okay, if Google will consider that you are doing malpractices on other sites, on two of your sites you are okay, you are purely practicing white hat method, but in remaining say 5 to 6 domain or 5 to 6 website you are just spamming and doing bad or black hat link building technique, then they will penalize you. So that is they have listed here. Country TLD extension, having a country code top level domain like CNPT CA can help the site rank for that particular country, but it can limit the site ability to rank on globally. Guys, this is self understood. Means if I am from India and I want a website called digitalmarketing.com, then I will be ranked globally. But if I want to rank in India only, then I have to book that digitalmarketing.in, so that I can rank in only India. So that is what they have listed here. If you want to book your make your global presence, then you have to book the .com domain, or .org domain, .com domain, .org domain, or what you call I'm not sure about other, but .com, .org is two extension that you should definitely book if you want to target global audience. But if you want to target any specific country, then you can target that specific country domain, TLD domain. Like in case I want to target Indian geography, Indian market, then I have to book .in extension like digital marketing .in, digital market .in, SEO .in instead of .com if I want to target on any specific country or region. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope this is the first part of the video of about 200 ranking factors, and I have covered in this video on this domain factor. In the next video I will be covering about page level factors. I hope, guys, you like this video. I am sorry for the background noise because you have got trouble, means some outsider vegetable vendors come and go because I'm residing in the place where anyone can go in, and I'm shooting, as you can see it's around 8:32 in the morning, so people come and go. I can't just it's not in my control, guys. It's not in my control, so please guys, I'm really sorry for the background noise. Please consider in the video, guys, and I want your love and support. Please like this video if you found this video helpful, and if you think that this video, because 200 ranking factor is not shared anywhere in the internet, especially in video form in Google, in YouTube, so I'm making an effort for you guys. So please help me support my channel, like this video, share it in your community, and please subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you guys. See you in another video. Bye.